Hi everyone and welcome back to Family Law Assistance. You know, we hear quite a lot the same things over and over again, and if we had £1 for every time that we heard some of these things before people use us, we'd be like squillionaires by now. A lot of people have said to us, you know what, I've lost my faith in my solicitors, but I've kind of got to keep going with them. I'm stuck with them. I mean, they know my case, so why would I want to change? And change is a bit scary. We hear this all the time. People who walk through the virtual doors, sometimes face to face, but most often it's through the virtual doors of family court, are stressed and anxious. Most people have never been in a family court environment before. And I know that I've said this on a few lives before, but being in a family court, by the very nature of what it's called, it's adversarial, and it feels very adversarial too. Not even the world's greatest legal professional can predict the outcome, despite what you're being told. Sure, I've always maintained that the glory actually isn't in the courtroom. The glory is in the preparation. Don't quite sound so sexy now, does it? But here are a few questions that I think you should ask yourself. With the great legal team in the world, how do you feel about your legal team? They should have your back. And although you don't have to be a BFFs with them, you kind of got to feel that, they've listened to you at the very least. You might even want to feel like you had some relationship with them, some kind of rapport. They should be remembering your details, your children's name, what you want. You shouldn't feel like they're acting for the other side. You should feel that you're a team in there. You shouldn't feel patronised. With the dawn of the age of Google, you can pretty much search everything. Most of the time, apart from law and strategizing, those of you who have been through family law will know that there's nobody sort of banging a gavel, and there's nobody standing up shouting, "Objection! Overruled!" None of that happens. Most importantly, they should be acting for you a lot, and you should remember that. You should feel that. A lot of the time, people who come to us from having a solicitor often feel that they're not heard, that they're not listened to, and in some, more often I would care to admit, often forget basic important details. Or sometimes the person that they're in court with wasn't the same person that they were in court with last time. Going through family court, however you dress this up, no matter how well prepared or coached you are, is a stressful and anxious experience. Here at Family Law Assistance, we've been around for 14 years. We really have been there, seen it, and got the court order. We're well used to having things dropped on us at a last minute. We're used to having to make emergency applications when things simply absolutely need to happen on an emergency. We've been delivered 900-page bundles at the drop of a hat. We've stayed up till God knows what o'clock in preparation for your hearing. We celebrate and advocate the fact that you are the case. You know who, what, why, where, when and how, like that. Now, please don't think for a moment, of course, that I'm kind of solicitor bashing. Far from it. We have collabed in the past and we will continue to do so in the future. My point to you is this: you only think it's too late if you believe it's too late. Sometimes people come to us and they're usually at a crossroads. And in my experience, there are two crossroads that people come to us. The first crossroads is at the beginning of their journey. They're either going to rely on the goodwill of their ex, which is usually dwindled by this point, or they need to seek help from the court. And the second crossroads that people come to us is if people have been using a solicitor and, quite honestly, don't get enough bang for their buck, don't feel like they're being taken care of, just kind of feel that they're a number, they're a client reference number. Somebody once said to me that they just felt like that they were an ATM machine. And I believe, especially when you're in family court, that shouldn't be how you feel. What should happen is that you should be taken care of. Now, of course, I appreciate that certainly in solicitors' trainings, they don't teach you how to train. They don't teach you how to coach people. They don't teach you how to change your mindset. They don't teach you how do you speak to professionals that you've never spoken to before. And we get it. We know that when you walk through the now virtual doors of a family courtroom, that the papers and documents in front of you, well, they kind of look like English. It sounds like English, but I guarantee you it doesn't feel like English. And everybody else are A-OK, because this is their stomping ground. This is where the glorious they, feel most comfortable. This is their career path. And you, well, you just feel like a bit part in somebody else's show. Now, of course, I'd be worried if you sort of sat there in court with your feet cocked up on the table and your hands behind your head. But there's so much more that can be done to take the anxiety from fifth gear to first gear. And most of that can be done by, honestly, having the right team around you. You should feel like you're a team in there. You should feel taken care of. And listen, we've been around for 14 years, and trust me, it's not my good looks that keep me around for this length of time. I have passionately believed from the minute that family law assistance was incepted, right up to now with our amazing team around us. If you're not, this is a collective. You're a team in there. And whether we're a team in court or whether we're a team in my team, it doesn't matter. It's only too late if you believe it's too late. Guys, pop your questions, pop your comments. I want to know, are you represented? Or have you chosen not to be represented? Put your comments in the deets below. And can we just take a moment for my festive? I made a pledge to wear something festive every day. Certainly when we're working in the arena that we do, where it's very highly stressed, I'm making a pledge, honestly, just to cheer myself up. And of course, helping you is my number one. But, you know, just take a moment. Anyway, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. Over and out.